Many Square Project Part 3 Project Development Process number 2 right there. CV checkerboard is going to set up the initial vertices for each board square. Let's extract the loop for the paint method of CV square spiral. This is the bit that draws the spiral of squares once the initial vertices have been set up. Call the new method draw spiral of squares. Add an appropriate Java comment. Okay, so talked about this a little bit in part 2, how CV checkerboard is going to set up the initial vertices for each board square. So that was the bit that we did so that we have an XA, YA, and so on for each of the squares in the checkerboard. So we have to set vertices for next board square that sets up our 4 sides. So what we want to do is first extract the loop in the paint method from CV square spiral, and we're going to call that draw spiral of squares. I'm just going to copy this here. So let's take a look at that. So in CV square spiral, in the paint method, we have this bit that draws an individual square given that we've already set up the vertices. So remember, what initialized vertices did was set up our XA, XB, all that stuff for the big square. But we're already in checkerboard, we're already setting up, when we do set vertices for the next board square, that's our, the equivalent of our big square in CV spiral. That's what we're going to draw our spiral in, is each one of these board squares. Okay, so we want to pull out this loop here, actually, that's going to draw the inner squares once we have our initial A, B, C, D, etc. set up. So we're going to extract this guy. So let's say refactor, introduce method, and it might be like extract method in Eclipse, something like that. But anyway, I'm going to paste this in. It says draw a spiral of squares, and I'll say OK. And so now we have this draw spiral of squares method, and let's see what we want to do with that. Okay, so that's all we're doing right now. It's just extracting it, and then we want to stick a Java.comment on there. So we'll say, and remember the Java.comments have 2 asterisks after the slash, and then it'll pop in your param and all that stuff. And we'll just say draw a spiral of squares once the initial square has been set up. Okay, and parameter G is just the graphics context, and that's it. Okay, so that's the graphics context. So really for this one then, we're not testing this per se, we're just but if we run it, at least we can see if everything compiles. So we're going to run it. We're not going to see any change yet at this point. We're still seeing the checkerboard, but at least we know it compiles, right? And I think that's it. So we extracted the loop, and we called it draw spiral squares, and we added the Java.comment. So we're done with step 2.